All right, I'm on hole number 8 of the 2019 Fall Major, and I am excited about this hole. So here's the deal on this hole. If you have an extra mile level 6, which has, I think, about 4.5 topspin. So if you've got a higher developed extra mile, you only need to put on a max of 4.5 topspin. 4, right in that neighborhood. It'll look like when it comes down through here that it's going a billion miles an hour, but what's happening is when it comes down this hill, it's coming down that hill, and then it hits this fairway area, it's flat. And so as it comes down, it looks like it's going to bounce from here and go about a billion miles, but what happens is it bounces here and it's on the slope, and so it takes a flat bounce forward and just digs in right here and then comes to a stop. And you can typically keep it from hitting the sand. Typically, if you're to the point where it hits the sand, you've hit the fairway out here and it bounced over the sand. You might get lucky and it hits the fairway and then it bounces into the sand. That would be better. But it will come to a stop because of the trajectory. Personally, I like the extra mile with a 3 power ball, max overpower, 4.5 topspin, and maybe half overpower, and you're coming at it right from here where you're coming over the trees, and then it comes over the trees in this area and just rolls down the hill, and you end up laying out into this area. I'm not a fan of laying up here. I mean, those shots are so tough. I mean, why would you want to give yourself tough shots when you can go for the green? You can also hit under the trees. I'm not a fan of that because if you get caught up in the trees, you're caught up in the trees. If you hit over the trees and you clip the branches on the way through, you're on the way through. That means the ball will fall through and you'll end up in the rough up here. So I think that the shot going over the trees, not only does it give you just as good a shot of getting out here, but if you end up in trouble or you make a bad adjustment or you hit the ball great, good, you can still end up out here in the clear in the fairway. I'm going to try and bring my rock and go around the curve, and I'm going to put on about 4 backspin and max curl and as much side spin as I can get on the ball. And I'm not sure if the 4 backspin is enough. I may have to put on more. I may have to put on all that the club has. But I'm definitely wanting to come around here because with a maxed out rock and with the extra 5 yards that Playdemic gave it, you can actually put your starting spot is in front of this tree. So when you put on the curl, you're already past the trees. And I think that with a rock, this actually, once I figure out how much topspin that you need to put on it, this shot right here, once we dial this in and we go, that's it. Once I hit this once, this hole is going to be an eagle hole every single time. Brant Kingmaker. So I'm taking the wind out and I'm trying to get as much side spin as I can. My rock has got 59 backspin, so I got plenty of backspin on it. And it's either going to be rock putter, rock rapier, or I mess the drive up. And it's very possible that I could mess the drive up because I'm still trying to figure out how much movement to put on the ball in order to end up sticking down there. Earlier, I shot this shot and it was so freaking easy. It was unbelievable, but I only put on like 2 backspin and I ended up in the sand. I was so excited though because it was so easy to get down there that it didn't matter that I was in the sand. See which way my opponent goes at it. Now they're trying to do the same thing here, and you can bleed down there. It's amazing how far you can get down there. It's just whether or not you can get the ball to come back enough to the left so that you're not. Yeah, they're going to clip the trees. They're going to go through them. They went through the hollow area. Yeah. Yep. They didn't leave themselves enough room for the curl to be effective, so even if they would have hit that perfect, they would have ended up at that tree level. Okay, so we're going to do this right here in about 4 backspin. It's going right towards the cup. I'm white ring off. 100% accurate club. 1 per ring. I'll put some curl on it. And that grate to the right took out about 1/3 of that curl. And just ending up bleeding down there, and that easy. Now, if I'd have hit that with just a little teeny bit more curl and not quite as much backspin, and the grate to the right didn't help me. The whole deal is I think I could get on the green very easily. No overpower, nothing special. You could probably do that with a katana ball just as easily, because I'm actually not using all the power that's in the ball, so I probably could do that with a katana and save myself a kingmaker. And I think I will do that next time I come here. But I think maybe instead of I went 2 and it wasn't enough backspin, I went 4 there, and I think that was just a little bit too much. So trying it with 3, no overpower. I definitely want to practice this shot. This hole is difficult because you go, hey, I shouldn't have to adjust for wind when you're this close. And I agree, but there's some slope on this green, and so it's going to act like there's wind. So I hit that perfect, and with the slope on the green, it hit the flagpole. So I'd set it up as if there was a 3-1 wind, so I was off the cup, off the flagpole to the right. I think of from the flagpole to the edge of the cup as being 4 miles per hour. And so I cut it off. I put about 2 miles per hour of movement in there, the way the wind was blowing. And even though the wind did not affect that shot hit the flagpole on a perfect, and that's because of the slope. So as it's going down the green, gravity's taking hold because the slope is going, you know, like here's the flag, if I can get my pen to work, here's the flagpole, and as you're coming down, gravity's pulling you this way. And so as the ball is just gently rolling down towards the cup, as it's rolling down there, gravity's pulling it to the right. And so even though wind did not affect that shot, how I set it up and how it hit the flagpole, it looks like wind affected it, but it wasn't the wind. It was actually the slope of the green. All right, that was hole number 8. I am so excited about hole number 8. If there is one hole in this tournament, and I think that hole number 5 with a 5 power ball, you can get down there so easily with a 5 power ball that you could give yourself a absolutely beautiful short chip in for eagle on hole number 5 every single time without doing any hard stuff. If we can do that on 5, and we can do the shot I just did right there on 8, and we can guarantee, you know, like if you can go into the round and go, look, I can shoot the -12 with my eyes closed, and those 2 holes I know I can pick up, that gives me a -14. And that gives you the other 7 holes to really focus on trying to pick up just one extra shot to get you to -29. You're definitely putting yourself in top 5 position with a serious opportunity for a banner. Depending on your bracket, that could be a winning round just because you picked up those par 4s. So it's going to be super important that we work as hard as we can during this beginning of the week to try and get 5 and 8 locked in, so that when we go to those holes, we go get our eagle and go to the next hole. But that hole right there, I think, is definitely going to be an eagle every single time with minimal effort with that type of shot. All right, that was hole number 8 of the 2019 Fall Major Monday's practice round. Thanks for watching.